Hello, and welcome once again to Yoga for Kids and Their Adults. My name's Tony. I'm here at Me Time LLC, a massage and yoga studio here in Troy, Alabama. This program is sponsored in part by the Charles Henderson Child Health Center, a pediatric physician and dental office taking care of children from birth to age 19. They fund this program through a grant that they received from the Children's Trust Fund, whose purpose is to prevent child abuse and neglect. So, welcome one and all to the new year. Happy 2022. Don't forget to change your calendars and make sure everything is updated and you start making sure that you're writing the right date, because this is a totally new year. And don't you know, people have this crazy thing that they do every new year. We talked about this last time, and that's called making a New Year's resolution. And we practiced that last time, and I want you to know that it doesn't have to be limited to just on New Year's when you can decide to do something different. So a new year, a new you can decide that you want to be happy, you can decide that you want to sleep more, you can decide that you want to behave better, you can decide whatever you want to do. This is a new year and a new you and a new decision to be or do whatever you set out to do. And I wish you well for that. And that's what today's yoga routine is going to be. A new year, a new you, and a new yoga routine for you. So, all you're really going to need today is just a clear space. If you happen to have a yoga mat, that's perfectly fine. You can put it down and use it. If you don't have a yoga mat, you can use the bare floor. You can use a blanket, a towel, or even just the grass outside. Just make sure that your digital device is not anywhere near water or things that might, chew it, like your dog or wildlife or your baby sister, or don't let them get a hold of it, because spit and saliva or water will not play well with your electronics. So, for today, we're going to start, as we usually do, by connecting our breathing to our movement. But first, let's just find our breath. So, take a moment. You can stand, you can sit, you can just take a neutral position. And just take a moment, take your right hand on the top of your chest, your left hand on your belly, and find your breath. What's the rhythm of your breath? Is it fast or slow today? Is it deep or shallow today? Is there a hum to it, a rattle, a cough perhaps? There's a lot of that going on around too. So find your breath. Get comfortable with it. Get familiar with it. Explore it. And then when you're ready, open your eyes, and we're going to begin tying this breath that you just found to our movements. Remember, in yoga, typically when we breathe in, we're usually moving away from the ground. When we breathe out, we're usually moving close to it. There are a few exceptions, and if we hit any of those, I will be happy to let you know about them. So now that you have your breath, let's move with our breath. Okay? Now, just follow what I'm doing and take your own breath speed. If we breathe in and breathe out and you're like flapping away like you're trying to fly over the Grand Canyon, and your sister or your cousin or your mom is next to you just taking their time and gliding through the air, all of that is perfectly wonderful. I want you to take your own pace today. See, new year, new you, new breath. That's what we do. So we're going to start by taking a nice deep breath in, bringing our hands out and up. And exhale, bring your hands out and down. Now that you know what we're doing, I want you to do 5 of these at your breath's pace. So breathe in and out. That's 1. 4 more. In. Whatever your pace is, if you're going faster than me, that's fine. If you're going slower than me, that's fine. Just once you get to 5, you're going to stand in mountain pose for a moment and catch your breath again. That was 4. I got 1 more. See, when you tie your breath to your movement like that, it starts to synchronize your brain patterns and your nerves and your muscles and everything else that's going on. And it lets everything get in tune with everything else. Your body is a wonderful, and just a wonderful thing. And sometimes we get our mind going this way and our body going that way and our mouth moving that way, and it doesn't sync up. So by linking your breath to your movement, you are bringing everything together. You are synchronizing your breath with your body. Is everybody here at Mountain now? Good. I hope that we're back together again. So now what I want you to do is I want you to bring your feet together, making this a little bit of a balance challenge here. All right. So as we breathe, again, I'm going to show you what we're going to do, and you're going to do it at your own pace. Okay. We'll go through this once together and then 5 times on your own. You think you could do that? I know you can, because you are awesome. So we are going to, again, synchronize our breathing with our body, but we're not going to move both hands at once. No. We're going to take turns with sides. So this is going to be very interesting. So as you breathe in, bring one hand up. Doesn't matter which hand you start with. And you're going to breathe out, bring it over. Breathe in, bring it up. Breathe out, bring it down. That's half. Breathe in, bring your opposite hand up. Breathe out, reach over. Breathe in, bring your hand up. Breathe out, bring your hand down. That's one whole routine. That's one whole sequence. Are you ready? Let's do this at your breath's pace 5 times. Okay, if you want, I'm going to hope that I'm in the middle ground here. So as I breathe in, my hand goes straight up. And as I breathe out, my hand continues over for this nice full side body breath. And as I breathe in, my hand goes back up. And as I breathe out, my hand comes out and down to my side, halfway through one. So breathe in, one hand goes up. Exhale. Reach over, have this nice full side body stretch. Breathe in, bring your hand up. Exhale, bring your hand down. So that's one full sequence. I've got 4 more left. So breathe in, up. Breathe out, over. Breathe in, up. Breathe out, down. Breathe in, up. Breathe out, over. Breathe in, up, breathe out. That's 2. Breathe in, up, breathe out, and over. Breathe in, up, breathe out, and down. Breathe in, up, breathe out, and over. Breathe in, and up, breathe out, and down. That's 2, 3, 3. There we go. Now, you can try to make this as smooth as you can, okay? In, up, out, and over. Breathe in, up, out, and down. Breathe in, up, out, and over. Breathe in, up, out, and down. Last one. In, up, out, and over. Breathe in, up, out, and down. In, up, out, and over. Breathe in, up, out, and down. Wonderful. You had to listen to your own breathing rhythm, and you had to change sides. That's a lot of coordination. I'm very proud of you. If I could, I'd give you a high five. Awesome. So now, we've kind of bent and swayed like grass in the breeze, and if you looked outside this morning, we had grassicles in our yards. So they didn't really bend much, but they did move. So you bent side to side. Now we have to bend front and back. So go ahead, put your feet under your hips now. So they're hip distance apart. Put a slight bend in the knee. Breathe in this time. Bring your hands up, out, and back. In, up, out, and down. Breathe in, up, out, and back. Breathe in, up, out, and down. So now that you have that rhythm, 5 times on your pace. So in, back, up, down, back, up, down. All right, so you go up and back, down, and then up. That's 1. Ready? Let's do this 5 times at your breath's pace. Now, if you need a little refresher, in fact, let's take a moment here. Put your hand back over your heart and over your belly. Find your breath again. Maybe it's slowed down. Maybe it's sped up. But you want to listen and honor your breath. Can you hear your breath? Can you feel it? If you've eaten recently, you probably can taste it too. Good. Now that we've synchronized, hands at your side. 5 times at your breath pace. Breathe in, up, out, and back. Breathe in and up, out, and down. Breathe in and up, out, and back. Breathe in and up, out, and down. That's 2. In, up, out, and back. Breathe in, up, out, and down. That's 3. In, up, out, and back. In, up, out, and down. That's 4. In, up, out, and back. In, up, out, and down. Now, since this is the last position here, just kind of hang out here for a few breaths. Let's take 5 of our breaths at our pace here in our nice forward fold. This should give you a nice stretch on the hamstrings, maybe a little in your lower back and your hips. And after your 5th breath, I want you to bend your knees and curl up, starting at your hips, stacking one vertebrae on top of the other until you are upright again. Wonderful! Have you noticed that your body and your breath has its own rhythm? It's almost like a dance. In, up, out, down. In, up, out, down. It's a rhythm. It's like a clock. It's like your body knows it's a new year and it's trying to make its own pace, its own way, its own song to get through it. How amazing is that? Now let's try to maybe make a bigger movement involving more than just our arms and our hips. Maybe we can take a wide stance, okay? Turn your feet out about halfway. That way you can bend your knees and straighten them without hurting, okay? Are you there with me? Good. Take a moment, find your breath again. How fast, how slow. Listen to your breath. Feel that rhythm. This is your dance beat. Now, you have wide feet. Let's do wide arms, palms facing forward. This is our inhale position. We're going to exhale, bending our knees and our elbows and coming down. So inhale up, exhale down. This is inhale down. That's 1. Inhale down. 2. Down. 3. Inhale. Down. 4. Last one. Down. Hold it here. Now. So you can find your breath in any position. In fact, you can use your breath to rock from side to side. Maybe you breathe in, go to your left side. Breathe out, go to your right side. And just do this a couple of times at your breath's own speed. Remember, this is your year. You're making it what you want to do, what you want to be. And whether you're breathing fast or breathing slow, this is your breath. Follow what your body is telling you it needs to do. Once you've done this about 5 times, go ahead and stand up, walk your feet into the center and find your breath one more time. See if you can feel the movement of your breath, how it makes your chest rise and fall. And maybe there's a little swaying forward and back, left and right. And just feel your breath. Make this rhythm, make the rhythm of your breath your own for your movements here. Now, to help you find your breath, let's go ahead and bring our hands down. We need to find our balance point, and there is no better balance posture, especially for beginners, than the tree pose. So that's where we're going to be. So you're going to start in your mountain pose with your feet under your hips, hips under your shoulders, head back, arms at your side. This is our standard mountain pose, a nice, easy, standing, balanced pose. Now, to get from here to the tree pose, you're going to shift your weight to one foot. So it's easy to lift that opposite foot up. Okay? Doesn't matter which side you start in. We're going to do the other side next. So you shifted your weight. You're going to bend the easy to move foot, but bend that knee. Bring that knee out to the side. Bring the flat of your foot to your ankle. And keep your toe on the ground for now, because this is the beginning tree pose. You with your balance, bring your hands to prayer at heart center, just like this. And if you really want to challenge your balance here, you can bring your hands up and feel your breath. Feel that wibble wobble, not just of your balance, but of your breath. Because as you breathe and you rock forward and back or side to side, this will impact your ability to balance. So you stay here for about 5 breaths. And after that 5th breath, you bring your hands back down. You bring your knee forward. You step down on that foot and you kind of kick your feet out. Get some circulation going. Okay? Now, we've balanced on one foot. Let's try to balance on the opposite foot. So again, we start on our mountain pose. A nice neutral stance point. Your feet are under your hips are under your shoulders, your head is up and level, arms are at your side. So shift your weight now to the opposite foot. We went that way first, so whatever your opposite here, go to that foot. That makes this other foot here easy to lift and move. So you're going to bend this knee, turn it out, bring the flat of your foot to the inner ankle of your standing leg. Bring your hands to prayer at heart center. And then lift your hands up so you are tall like a tree. And then observe your breath. Inhaling, exhaling. How does this impact your ability to balance here in tree pose? It's amazing the difference that simply breathing smoothly can make to your balance. And after your 5th breath, go ahead and bring your hands back down. Bring your knee forward, step out and down, and kind of kick your feet a little bit to release that tension from having had to balance on that foot. So, your breath is paramount to your ability to balance, and your breath is also going to be anchoring you here and now to the present. And you can make this into a mindfulness exercise as well, just being present and experiencing the now. Now that we've balanced and we breathed in our horse stance, let's take it down to the ground. So come on down to the ground with me. Have a seat. You don't need to jump. You don't need to fall. Just balance as best you can. And come on down to the floor in an easy position to sit upright with. So you're going to have your back upright. Sit tall and strong. And again, bring your hands to your chest and your belly. And find your breath. Your breath is an integral part of you. It will let you know if you are running fast or slow. It will let you know if you are tense or relaxed. So find your breath. And once you've found your breath, bring your feet out wide. Okay, a nice wide sitting posture. So, again, we're going to be moving with our breath. And as we inhale in this posture, I want you to lengthen and straighten your spine. Imagine or visualize a little string at the top of your head pulling you upward to help you lengthen and straighten your spine. And we do this before we do any kind of twisting to relieve any pressure that might be on our nerves or might be on the cartilage in our spine. So we breathe in, lengthen and straighten our spine, turn to one side, exhale, and reach out for your foot. Now, if you can't quite reach your foot, that's fine. Just bring your hands to whatever part of your leg you can reach. And hold on, try to duck your head down and feel that stretch in the hamstrings, the back of the thigh. You might feel it in your lower back and hip back here. And this is a wonderful stretch to kind of calm things down, to cool things down, and recover from that horse stance, recover from the balance of the tree, recover from everything that we've already done. One more breath. Again, we're holding it for 5 breaths. And then you're going to inhale, lengthen and straighten your spine. Exhale, turn to the front. Catch your breath. Find your breath if you need to. This is always a great way to find your breath. And then once you've found it, inhale, lengthen and straighten your spine. Turn to face your opposite foot. Exhale, reach out and grab your foot. Again, if you can't quite grab your foot, that's okay. Just grab whichever part of your leg you actually can make purchase on, that you can hold on to. And we're holding this for 5 breaths. It's important that we integrate our breath with our movement, and that way it gives us some of the most beneficial benefits of yoga for you. That relaxation, that calming, that better sleep, better focus, reduced stress and anxiety. That's all from incorporating your breath with your movements. And once you've had your 5 breaths here, you sit up on an inhale, lengthen and straighten your spine, exhale and turn to the front. Now, catch your breath. Again, find your breath if you've lost it, okay? And then once you've had about 5 breaths of recovery, I want you to inhale, breathe in, bring your arms up to the sky. Exhale, reach forward and reach as far as your body can let you reach. And try to see if you can touch the floor. I don't expect you to put your head to the floor or anything extreme like that, but just put your hands gently to the floor. Try to look down to the floor. Hi, floor. Nice to see you. And then, with an inhale, go ahead and walk your hands back and put yourself up to your seated position. Okay, now we are really going to slow things down. We're going to bring our feet together so that the bottoms of our feet are touching. Okay, we're going to hold on to our feet and just lean forward gently, and that's going to stretch the back of our hips. Can you feel that in your hips? Don't let it be a pain. Honor what your body's telling you. If it hurts you, don't do that. Just go as far as you can without actually hurting yourself. Okay? And this is going to give your hips a nice opening and loosening. It's going to stretch out your bottom. It's going to stretch out your gluteal muscles. And it's also going to help relax and release your hips and your thighs from all that work we did for them. And after your 5th breath, you're going to inhale and sit upright, exhale, and relax. So with this new year and new you theme, I want you to understand that you can be and do anything you want to do. You can be more positive. You can be happier. You can decide that you want to behave better. You can decide that you want to change something or be completely different. That's perfectly fine. This is the time of year most people do try to set goals to make improvements in their lives. And if you see that something's not working, this is your New Year's resolution time or your New Year, New You time. Okay, so we're going to find our breath here in this posture as we calm down. So bring your right hand over your chest, your left hand over your belly. And if you're comfortable doing so, go ahead and close your eyes and just feel what it feels like to breathe. See if you can feel your chest rising, your belly expanding, and then as you exhale, your chest falls and your belly goes in. See if you can feel this for about 5 breaths. And when you're ready, I want you to imagine how powerful you are. I want you to visualize how powerful you are. The strength of your mind to be able to change even just a small thing. Like maybe you want to change what color you have on your nails, or maybe you want to change what color socks you wear. All of this starts with your mind. Maybe you decide you want to be more patient. Maybe you want to be more forgiving or kind. Again, these changes, these decisions all come from your mind. And your breath is a wonderful trail to bring you there. Once you've found your breath, if you want to bring your hands down to your lap, you can bring them palm down, palm up, whatever is comfortable for you and your body and mind. Because this is all about you and your mental state, your physical state, your emotional state even. Yoga touches all the levels of your experience, of your existence. So if you are able to, now that you have found your breath, I want you to, with your breath, be thankful for this power, for this authority, for this capacity to change things in your life. Because you, like I said, can be and do anything you want to. And with this gratitude, you're planting the seeds of joy in your heart. And every time you are grateful for something that you have done, that you have accomplished, that you have changed, that seed grows and blossoms. And you can radiate joy to others around you. And that is my ultimate goal, is to give you the joy that you can radiate to others. But again, this does bring us to the end of our program today. I hope you've enjoyed our routine. My name is Tony. I'm here at Me Time LLC, a massage and yoga studio here in Troy, Alabama. This program is sponsored in part by the Charles Henderson Child Health Center. They are a pediatric physician and dental office taking care of children from birth to age 19. They fund us through a grant that they received from the Children's Trust Fund, whose purpose is to prevent child abuse and neglect. Thank you very much for joining me today. I appreciate you working through this and practicing your yoga and even just joining me on a weekly basis here. I enjoy showing you some of the wonders of yoga, and I hope you enjoy receiving this gift. Until next time, the light and spirit in me recognizes and is grateful for the light and spirit in you. Namaste.